Hello friends, let's have an idea about the history of exchange rate of rupee. During the Bretton Woods era, the Indian rupee was pegged to the pound sterling. Since the establishment of IMF, of which India was a founder member, the exchange value of rupee was declared in terms of gold and US dollar. During that time, 1 rupee was equivalent to 0.268601 grams of fine gold or 0.3022 US dollar. Its value was maintained stable in terms of pound sterling by purchasing and sale of pound sterling by the RBI. In September 1949, rupee was devalued by 30.5 percentage. It was again devalued in 1966 by 36.5 percentage. It was done to maintain parity with pound sterling. After the fall of Bretton Woods system in 1971, the rupee was pegged to pound sterling for 4 years. Since September 1975, rupee was linked to a basket of 14 currencies of India's major trading partners. Later, it was linked to a basket of 5 currencies. This system continued throughout the 1980s. However, the exchange rate was allowed to fluctuate in a wider margin of 2.25% on either side up to 30th January 1970 and 5% thereafter. What was the actual worth of 1 US dollar to Indian rupee in 1947 at the time of independence? Although after independence, the Indian rupee was continued to peg to the British pound at the rate of 1 rupee equal to 1 shilling and 6 pence. What can be withdrawn from the state that as 13 and 1 by 3 rupees per British pound. However, the sources states that British pound would have worth about 4 US dollar at that point of time. Hence, we can conclude that US dollar would have been more than rupees 3 then. One more point to be kept when we speak about Indian rupee or Indian national currency is that about our republic. India became a republic nation in 1950 and the Constitution of India came into existence early in 1952. At that time, 1 US dollar was equal to 4.16 Indian rupee or 1 US dollar was equivalent to 4.16 national currency unit. It was pegged at around 4 against a dollar between 1948 to 1966. Two consecutive wars, one with China in 1962 and another one with Pakistan in 1965, resulted in a huge deficit on India's budget, forcing the government to devalue the currency to 7.57 against the dollar. The rupee's link with British currency was broken in 1971 and it was linked directly to US dollar. In 1975, value of Indian rupee was pegged at 8.39 against a dollar. In 1985, it was further devalued to 12 against a dollar. In 1991, India faced a serious balance of payment crisis and was forced to sharply devalue its currency. The country was in the grip of high inflation, low growth, and foreign reserves were not even worth to meet 3 weeks of imports. Under these situations, the currency was devalued to 17.90 against a dollar. Indian exchange market was tightly controlled by RBI. In 1992, keeping up the spirit of liberalization, Liberalized Exchange Rate Management System (LERMS) was introduced. In LERMS, dual exchange rate system was adopted. Under LERMS, 60% of exchange rate was determined by market forces and the balance 40% was determined officially to take care of bulk imports by the government. In February 1993, dual exchange rate system was abolished and in its place a unified market determined exchange rate system was adopted. Dollar replaced pound sterling as intervention currency. In August 1994, RBI announced that the Indian rupee will be made convertible on current account. From March 1993 to August 1995, the exchange rate of rupee against dollar was kept stable. Thereafter, there was a sharp depreciation in September 1995. The rupee touched 38 against the US dollar in February 1996. Then it was recovered and the rupee appreciated to rupees 35 per dollar. But the rupee was weakened during the Asian crisis due to collapse of Russian ruble in 1998. In order to improve the value of rupee, RBI introduced tightened monetary policies together with certain administrative control on foreign exchange transaction. During the year 2000, the FERA was replaced by FEMA, Foreign Exchange Management Act.